Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you give me a follow on Rumble. And I'm trying to get that shit figured out. What the problem is, I can't figure out how to get the link so I can put it in the description box. So you can just click the link and then it'll take you to my Rumble page and you can follow me. That is the hard part. If somebody out there knows, please let me know in the comment section. Also, all green gear 25% off for the rest of the damn year. Promo code Jericho1, Jericho, all caps, and the number 1. So, I might have to break this up into 2 videos because there's so much shit to talk about. Where do I begin? Well, you know what? Since the last 2 videos have had firsts for the ladies, let's do another first, shall we? This one's not for the ladies. This is for the country. Because Biden just, I don't know, he called it hiring. He just hired. He just put someone in his cabinet, I guess. Sit down. You guys sitting down? All right, here we go. We now have the first black Secretary of Defense. If I had the cricket sound to play right now, I would. Don't give a shit, but yeah, apparently he's black, and that helps you be a better Secretary of Defense. I don't know, but there you go. We have it. Not sure how black folks' lives are going to change because someone that looks similar to us is in that position. I hope the fact that he's black makes him better at his job, and that's why they put him there. I hope that's true, but I don't think so. But this is what it's built on, identity politics. It's not the contents of the container. It's just the container. So ladies, when your man proposes to you and he hands you that Tiffany box or whatever, that box with the ring in it, just hand him the ring back and keep the box. Because it's all about the container, right? So when you get some shoes and you're at the counter paying for them, leave the shoes on the counter, just take the box. Because that's what it's about. Next time you go out, and if you're California, next time you go to pick your food up to take it somewhere else and eat it, because all the fucking restaurants are closed, dump the food out on the counter and just take the box. Because it's all about the container. You see how stupid that shit sounds when you talk about it a little bit? When you apply it to other things? Fucking stupid. So yeah, first black Secretary of Defense. Whoop-de-doo. And something I'm gonna end it on a funny note because it's silly, but it's funny, and I'm so glad it happened to the piece of shit that it happened to. But we'll get to that later. So I don't know if you saw this picture, and I'll try to find it. Oh, let me go back. Speaking of, I was about to say I'm gonna put something in the description box. So yesterday I was telling you about the video where he goes, "Oh, hello," and he sounded like a fucking Russian dude trying to pick up a woman. But I couldn't find the video because what had happened was it was on somebody's Instagram story. And if you know anything about Instagram, I don't know much, but I know this, that when it's on somebody's story, it's there for a while and then it goes away. So I don't know what happened to that link, but the clip is of him giving a speech the day of his inauguration. It's later that night, and the camera like zooms in on him. Man, it's the most awkward shit ever. I'm sorry I couldn't find that link to put in the description box. Now, I will try to find it. I'm sure I could find it's a picture of a table or something in the Oval Office, and it has a bust of Cesar Chavez. And a bust is basically a statue, a sculpture of his face, of his head and his neck on a table or something in the Oval Office. And I saw it at first and it didn't even dawn on me, but I started thinking about it. And I'm like, why does he have a bust of Cesar Chavez on his desk? I've never heard anything of him, knowing him in the past. He's not from California. As a politician, so I'm not sure why he would do that. And I thought, well, maybe he's pandering. That's their thing. Maybe he's pandering to Mexican people in America. Okay. But that doesn't make sense, because if you're pandering to Mexicans or Americans who are of Mexican descent, well, then why did you stop the funding of the border wall? Because those Americans of Mexican descent don't want America to turn into Mexico. I don't know if you know, Bidenus pervertus, but there's a bit of a beef between Americans of Mexican descent and the people that come across the border illegally. I grew up in California. I'm familiar with that. And maybe it's like that in other places, but in California, the Americans of Mexican descent do not get along, not in every case, but there is a beef between them. The little Oaxacas, they call them. The little short, little dark-skinned Mexicans that come across the border illegally. Yeah, they got beef with the Americans of Mexican descent. Where I grew up, in the little town of Castroville, Puro Castro, Alcachofaville. And of course, I'm not boiling Mexicans down to gang members, but I'm giving you a life experience to illustrate my point. I'm trying to tell you a story. So with the little gangbangers where I live, you had the Norteños, which were the Americans of Mexican descent, and then you had the Sureños. Those are the little illegal gangbangers. And there was no love lost between them. So that's why I'm confused as to why you would have a bust of Cesar Chavez in your office. Are you pandering to that group? Well, if you are, then why would you basically defund not border patrol, but the wall? Why would you make it easier for a group that they don't get along with to come here? And Cesar Chavez wouldn't support what you're doing because he didn't like illegals either. Because they were taking jobs. They took our jobs. They're taking jobs from the Mexicans who were here already working. He sent people down to the border to beat their ass. So wait a minute. How do these two things exist in the same space at the same time? You got a bust of somebody on a desk in your office who despise the group of people that you're allowing to flood into this country. That shit is weird and it makes no sense to me. But that goes further. That further shows how fake they are. They don't give a shit about, I would say they don't give a shit about Americans in general. We're passé. We're old news. We're so 2018. Now they want that voting bloc coming from the South. And it's no coinky dink that these caravans, fuck that. This isn't a vehicle made by Dodge. I hate when they call it a caravan. That's a fucking horde of people coming up here to illegally enter our country. That's what that is. You say caravan, that makes me think of a bunch of cars you see in a line who are going to the same destination. That's not what we're dealing with here. It's a horde of people coming up here to steal the American dream and change the landscape of our country. That's what's fucking happening. But if you're allowing that to happen, if you're going to give amnesty to 11 million people, and that, real quick, that number of 11 million people, they've been talking that same shit for like 15 years. So you mean to tell me in 15 years, not one more illegal has come here? They hit the 11 million person mark, and that's it? Not one more illegal has come here since 15, 20 years ago when they hit the 11 million mark. Bullshit. But that's what they want to do. They want to say, all right, you've been here long enough. We'll make you one of us, but no more. No more. We're not going to do, no more are we going to do this. It's the last time. So if you're here on this day, we'll make you a citizen, but that's it. Come on. They must be enticing those people with something for them to go on foot all those thousands of miles to get here. Man, So I don't know, somebody smarter than me, explain to me why he would have a bust of Cesar Chavez in his fucking office. But you're kicking down the door to our country, allowing these people to come up here and steal from us, to steal our lifestyle and steal the American dream. You're supposed to be our first and last line of defense. And you're making copies of the key to the lock and tossing them over the fucking wall. What a piece of shit. Man. Okay, so I'll get to the thing that I was talking about. That's funny. So, and I'll try to find a link to this. I'm sure I can find one to this. So, Chuck Schumer, that sleazy, slimy little piece of shit, was, I don't know, the floor of the Senate or whatever. And he's up there talking about the impeachment trial, which is bullshit. But they're going to impeach Trump because he was in part of this insurrection. Now, look, you got Nancy Pelosi's disgusting ass talking about people were coming to assassinate her. They were coming to assassinate her. If that was an assassination attempt, man, please. So anyway, this fool is up there talking about how what's going to happen and what the Senate needs to do. And he says the Senate is going to have to determine whether or not Trump caused the erection. Insurrection. This motherfucker said erection. So you know what was on his mind. But what's funny is, as soon as those words left his disgusting crooked lips, that silver forked tongue of his, in the back of the mind, he was like, shit. They are going to take this and run. The memes are already being made. The talk show hosts, the podcast are going to rip his ass apart. They got to determine if Trump caused the erection or insurrection. Couldn't happen to a better person. I hope the internet gets in your ass like a bike with no seat. You fucking turd. Caused the erection. I don't know if it gave you an erection. Can you even get those at your age anymore? I'm sure there's a couple pills you could take or something. Fucking idiot. If he caused the erection, insurrection. So enjoy that fucking gem from Chuck Schumer. That's probably the only good thing Chuck Schumer will ever give this country is that soundbite of him saying erection instead of insurrection. Oh, man, they hate us. Fuck them. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, again, if you have to. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.